Striders back with another pre-game stats breakdown. Starting off on the red team, we're going to have Kassadin, Riven, Nocturne, Caitlyn, and Soraka versus the blue team, who has Lee Sin, Blitzcrank, Wukong, Graves, and Syndra. Should be very, very exciting. So starting off the top lane, we're going to have Riven versus the Syndra. Now, Riven mains top while Syndra mains support. This should give Riven a huge, huge, huge advantage. Riven's been played by this person about 250 times with a 58% win ratio, which is really, really good. Syndra's been played by this person about 44 times, which is a lot of games, but it's only a 45% win ratio, which is really bad. So definitely going to give the advantage to the Riven in this one. But then if we transition into the mid lane, we're going to have a Kassadin versus the Wukong, which is also a very weird matchup. Kassadin mains AD carry while Wukong mains top. No one should have a huge advantage there. Neither one of these people have been, or neither one of these champions have been played by these people at all in a ranked game. So I really have no idea which way that's going to go. I think I'll just go with Wukong since Bruisers have a pretty big following right now. They're doing excellent in the meta. But then if we go into the jungle, we're going to have Nocturne versus the Lee Sin. Nocturne mains jungle while Lee Sin also mains jungle. No one's going to have a big advantage there. Nocturne's been played by this person just over 110 times with a 59% win ratio, which is really good. But Lee Sin, on the other hand, has been played by this person 82 times with a 63% win ratio, which is even better. So I think I'm going to have to go with the Lee Sin on this one. But then if we look at the bottom lane, which is the really weird matchup, we're going to have Caitlyn and Soraka on the red team, which is not a combo I see very frequently, against the Graves Blitzcrank, which is also something I haven't seen in a while. But Caitlyn mains caster while Graves also mains caster, so no one's going to have a big advantage. Caitlyn's been played by this person twice and won both of them, where Graves has been played by this person once and lost it. So I guess I'll just go with Caitlyn on this one, even though it's really hard to say. But then if you look at the supports, we have Soraka and Blitzcrank. Soraka mains jungle while Blitzcrank mains support, which is going to give Graves a huge advantage. So Soraka's never been played by this person, and Blitzcrank's been played by this person 30 times with a 60% win ratio. So I think overall, the bottom lane on the blue team will most likely win, just because they have a lot more damage and a lot front-loaded burst. But if you add up all the games of the people that are playing with the champions that they have, you'll see that the red team has a 59.24% chance of winning, as to where the blue team has a 57.32% chance of winning. I'm going to go ahead and, I think I will actually go against the numbers on this one. I'm going to vote for the blue team just because I want the Syndra to win, and Anazamander is a really good friend of mine. So, let's get in the game and see what happens. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Striders back with another slice of ELO heaven. Another phenomenal game I have planned for you all. We have Hoodstomp in this game. We have Anazamander, which I have not seen in forever. Awesome guy. We also have Crumbs. Of course, Crumbs. Everybody likes Crumbs. Especially when you find Crumbs when you're still hungry. Just nom on the crumbs. But anyway. Should be a great game. Very interesting team comps. We have Lee Sin, Blitzcrank, Wukong, Graves, and Syndra on the same team. Now, as far as synergy goes, I don't really know how much they have besides a couple gap closers. I mean, Wukong's is a little bit shorter of a range than Lee Sin's, since Lee Sin, but Lee Sin has a condition where he has to hit the Sonic Wave before he can close in on it. Wukong needs to be a little bit closer, but you can also provide the CC that's needed in order for Lee Sin to get anything. But then on top of that, you have the grab from Blitzcrank. Now, Blitzcrank can make a lot of really clutch grabs, but then at the same time, you can also do very bad things. Like, say, Wukong and Lee Sin both initiate onto somebody, they both dash to him, and then Blitzcrank grabs the person away. What that's going to do is that's going to leave that one person, obviously most likely dead, since it'd be like a 1-on-3 for the most part, and then it would leave Wukong as well as Lee Sin in a 1v or 2v4 situation, which is also very, very bad. So I think a lot of this game is going to depend on Blitzcrank's coordination with those two other initiators. Syndra has a lot of long-range machine gun type spells. She will be able to burst somebody down. So if, oh man, this could be really bad.
Nice flash with the ignite. Oh, the flash grab, getting it. And that's what I was talking about. Bam! First blood going down on the Lee Sin. And yes, there was a gap closer coming out. That little Nimbus strike from Wukong was basically useless after they couldn't do any auto attacks because Blitzcrank grabbed him away, or grabbed her away from him, which makes it really bad. Ooh, I am a little bit worried here. Yeah, they will end up just taking away the... Yeah, they're not even going to take the blue buff. They're fine with the first blood kill. They don't really need to risk anything else since nobody else is there. Which is fine. It's perfectly fine. And I still really like this Nocturne skin. I think it looks super cool. Huh. Kassadin got a little bit of experience just from that little wolf, but nothing crazy. Just a little bit of stealing. Lee Sin, on the other hand, is going to be soloing. He already got his Madrids from that first blood. He just went back, got his Madrids, and if he can get some nice Madrids procs, that is going to be extremely useful for him. He didn't even use his smite. He didn't get a leash. He got nothing from that. So that is pretty exciting to actually see that happen. It's very weird. Wow, yeah, it's very weird to see Syndra go top. I guess against Kassadin, that's not a very good matchup, and so I understand why they switched it up. I just don't know if going up against Riven is a very good matchup for her either. But if we take a look at it, overall, it should be okay. As far as the opposing team, the red team, let's see, we have Caitlyn, Soraka on the bottom lane, and this is a okay lane, but going against a Blitzcrank, it's not that great. If they land a grab, they're pretty much dead. I mean, Soraka can do a nice little silence, which will prevent some of the burst, or possibly, most likely it'll just be the burst, coming out from... Ooh, this could be a nice engage. Yeah, he'll prevent a lot of the burst coming out from Graves, which isn't a huge deal. Ooh, nice little hit on the Dustbringer, just the tail end of that. Oh, but now Lee Sin is going in, and this could be really bad. Nice stun coming out. Oh, the Ignite going down, but the Flash Nimbus Strike is going to finish that up. And this is a three-man gank going up top. Lee Sin follows up. Is he going to follow it? Oh, no, he has to safeguard away. He took too many tower shots. That was possibly a little bit overzealous of him. Riven is going to have to recall, and she's missing out on a huge creep wave. She doesn't want to stay there. She really does not want to. She is going to for the creeps, though. And she is going to stun in, and she goes for the kill. Does she pick it up, and the Lee Sin is at 6 health? Oh, the last tick didn't quite do it. Oh, my gosh. Very, very close, but good job. Riven goes down either way. Lee Sin also follows. Ooh. So great job by the red team. They actually kind of came back in that just a little bit. They prevented the tower from going down, because if she did not do that, they would have lost that tower so early, and that would have been really bad. I mean, they're already not having that great of a time. Kassadin coming around from the back. It's actually a very early gank coming out from Kassadin. Oh, a nice trap catching him, and that is going to be a very dead Blitzcrank. Getting a free kill onto Caitlyn. Caitlyn is going to enjoy that. She's going to enjoy the food. She needs the Omnoms, definitely, to help her in that lane. So she was behind right now, or she still is. She's behind by like 4 or 5 CS, but that's not going to be that significant. By the time Graves actually gets back in the lane, she will have the wave completely pushed up, and he may have some issues farming at the tower. Usually they don't, but you never know what's going to happen. That was a beautifully placed trap coming up from Caitlyn. Oh, Lee Sin coming around. Is he going to be able to hit a Sonic? Ooh, he is going to run away instantly. Ooh, she misses the 90 caliber net, and this could be really bad. He's still level 4. He's throwing out some auto attacks. That's not going to be enough. He slows down, though. Does a little bit of damage, not enough, but it's going to force her to fall back regardless. So great job by Lee Sin. He's just kind of covering lanes, doing what he can in order to back off the other team. Because as long as they're backed off, right now Caitlyn doesn't have any mana, so she's in a very sticky situation. If she gets grabbed, she still has her flash, but I don't think she'll be able to 90 caliber net. Oh my gosh, that was close. Soraka will be able to provide a little bit of mana with that infuse. She did get an early star call, which not a lot of Sorakas do, but it's definitely something I enjoy, because if you can spam star call in the fights the whole time, that's amazing. Especially just with her power of silence. Silence is a very underrated CC ability. It's a very nice guess by Blitzcrank trying to predict where the pathing of Soraka was going, but unluckily for him, Soraka knew what she was doing. This could be a really bad situation. He is very, very deep into that tower. Oh, it does land. Dustbringer does. And this is not going to be good. A nice ultimate. He is going to get feared. And bam. Kassadin picking up that kill. That is going to be extremely beneficial for him. 2 melees in the mid lane. So Brutalizer already coming out on to the Wukong is doing a pretty good job. But Kassadin still really doesn't have much, and that is not going to be good if he continues to not get the CS that he needs. I mean, he's at about 40 CS now. He is level 6. He could possibly go in for a gank. He has about 2,000 gold in the pocket. Or sorry, 1,200 gold in the pocket. And the blue team has been signaled to back off because they do know something's amiss when Kassadin goes missing. That is never a risk you can take, since Kassadin can close gaps so quickly. Nice red steal. Oh man, this is not going to be good. Nice creep block. Very unfortunate, but it is something that they needed. Oh, Wukong is going right into here. This could be really bad for him, but also on top of that, this could be a really good turnaround with Lee Sin going in. He doesn't have his Sonic Wave to follow up, or try to follow up. He could come around at this point. Beautiful play. Safeguard. No, it doesn't quite land. Oh, so close. So close. Oh my gosh. Heart's beating. Heart's beating. I was scared for the Kassadin. Hoodstomp's an excellent player, so I'm glad that he was able to avoid that. But once he saw it come out kind of next to him, he probably freaked out for a second. But luckily he didn't do anything stupid. Most likely what he would have done is just rift walk towards the tower in the middle of the resonating strike, so it wouldn't have really been that much. There wouldn't have been too much. He's throwing out the cripples and the Tempest, doing, you know, everything that Lee Sin normally does. He hasn't really had a huge impact. Well, I guess he has. He's been a part of every single kill. So that kind of makes sense. But Wukong is also doing a great job. Wukong has also been part of every single kill. Syndra getting 2 assists. That is going to help her out in lane. She is about tied in CS now. She's down by a kill. But that's not going to impact the game all that much. Right now the blue team is ahead by about 1,000 gold, which is just primarily in CS leads, I suppose. Since they're not really ahead in anything except for... Yeah, CS is still pretty even. The only thing they really got was first blood. And that wasn't even... Wait, was that them? I don't even remember now. Yeah, blue team got first blood. Got it on the Kate. Oh my gosh, it's not going to be good. Caitlyn is going to be in some trouble. She is able to throw out that net. She doesn't get the best gap that she wants. Oh, the grab just barely missing on Soraka. Very unfortunate, but Soraka is going to be able to throw on that star call. It's not a lot of damage, but it does stack up on top of each other. The Infuse just providing her with a little bit of mana. That little bit of mana that she needs is... yeah, it's not that much. Ooh, a nice little net, but oh, coming in with the Tempest and Cripple. Getting out with the Dragon's Rage onto it. Nocturne comes in. He's actually trying to go in on top. Let's see if we can get that initiation at the same time. Syndra going down, throwing everything onto them. And Caitlyn almost gets a kill onto the Blitzcrank in the meantime, but she goes down. Nice initiation coming out from Nocturne and Riven. Riven's almost dead. This could be bad. Wukong, he does not want to go in there, though. Nocturne almost has full HP, so that would not have been a good idea for him. Blue team once again coming for this dragon. This dragon should be pretty... sorry, not once again. For the first time, getting the dragon. And this dragon is going to go down right around 1050, which means it should spawn at in about 6, well, it shows up in 6 minutes, but it should be respawning at about 1650, which should be good. That's a really good time once the game starts kind of changing in favors. So right now, blue team does have the advantage, but the true mid-game, like the true mid-game starts at right around 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how passive people are playing or not. So it'll get very interesting for the next dragon. Just because they were able to get the early dragon, it just helps them get into that mid-game with a smoother transition without the risk of possibly losing a fight and then losing dragon on top of that. And maybe only taking a tower. Kassadin is completely spotted out here by the Syndra. He really wants to do something. Lee Sin could follow up with the resonating strike. Yes, he can, but he already closed the gap. That is going to be a nice Tempest with cripple, and oh man, don't use force pulse like that, bro. It's not good. Kassadin is still hanging out up top. I don't know if I particularly agree with this. Oh, Wukong coming in for a nice little engage. Nocturne's going to have a lot of issues. Throws out the Dustbringer. And yes, he will be able to get out successfully. But in the meantime, Graves picks up the Caitlyn. Holy cow, what happened there? That must have been almost instant. She's actually really low right now. She gets a nice little heal, but it's not going to do too much. Oh, grab misses. And oh, flash pickup. Beautiful job with that collateral damage with the quick draw. That is just a very clean kill. They did have to use their flash on Blitzcrank, but it was still really, really good since Caitlyn didn't even have a flash at that point either. Lee Sin just doing his farming thing. There's really not too much to say about that. I mean, Lee Sin farms like a madman, but it's clearly not as much as Nocturne. Nocturne hasn't been doing as much ganking or, you know, lane pressure, but he's doing a phenomenal job in actual farm. He's still behind by about 1,000 gold, which is definitely not good. Riven can go back and buy a nice little piece of something. I don't know what she's saving up for. She could be saving up for that BF sword. I don't know what her goal is on this right now. Oh, Syndra getting to about half with this Kassadin, and they're going to start work on these towers. Blitzcrank is in the mix, though. This could be really bad. He should be able to get a nice, clean grab. Did not work. Riven is 2 tricksters. Dang. Alright, so that is not good. That easy grab, not so easy after all. I think he waited a little bit too long. Wow. That is so much damage coming out from Wukong just in a little bit of burst. It's definitely good. So he keeps using his Nimbus Strike with the Crushing Blow. And that Crushing Blow, of course, that's a typical combo or a typical thing you set up. Is you're going to be your Nimbus Strike to your Crushing Blow. He just does a front flip and smashes you in the face. Wow, Kassadin on the other hand, the Force Pulse doesn't seem that strong. It's almost nothing. Oh man, at the same time, bottom lane, Caitlyn goes down once again to Graves. Graves using the collateral damage with the Ignite while Syndra takes that top tower. This is really starting to not look good for the red team. Oh, but the red team is trying to pick it up. Oh, a nice flash with the Rift Walk. That was a bad situation to be in. And that was a great quick draw, trying to make sure that if Kassadin did Rift Walk over the wall, he was going to be there to say, hey, I'm still here. Luckily, you know, his team said sights on him. Oh, that is not going to be good for Soraka. She goes down almost instantly. The auto attack's not quite there. Lee Sin almost goes down, but man, was that close. Ooh, nice interruption from Caitlyn on that. It's not something you see very frequently. It was a nice kind of just a blind brush check, and she just assumed somebody's there, and, you know, she was right. So that's all that matters. Oh, we do have a nice little initiation here on the mid. Blitzcrank coming around from the woodwork. It's going to be very difficult to grab this Kassadin. He's going to have to wait for the cooldown on the Rift Walk before he even attempts to show his face, or it's just going to give it away completely. There are no red wards in here. There's actually no wards at all, but there's no wards in here to tip him off. He's just playing extremely passively because he knows Blitzcrank is missing. Caitlyn's down by about 10 CS now. Graves having 5 kills. Definitely not going to help her status in the late parts of this game. Nocturne throws down the ultimate. There's going to be a nice big engage. Grab going down on Riven. Riven gets the pop-up going down. Throws out the ultimate. But Kassadin picks up the kill. That is going to be a nice pick up for the red team. 100%. Taking down that pesky... Oh yeah, taking down the very, very pesky... Lee Sin. He's kind of all over the place right now. Graves once again. Wow, is he going to go all in on this? That would be crazy. Yes, he gets a double kill. That is 7 kills for Graves. He is way too beefy right now. He has a brutalizer with that bloodthirster and 10 stacks of true grit. Blue team taking another tower. Oh, the grab doesn't quite land. Like I said, that rift walk is going to make it extremely difficult for them to do. Blue team is now setting their sights onto the dragon. Are they going to finish this off before anything bad happens? There's no global ultimates coming out from the red team that could even affect their dragon influence. The only person that they really have that can do anything is going to be that Nocturne. And if he had his ult up, he might be able to do something. But it's not up, so you can't really do too much about that. Riven, in the meantime, taking down this tower as fast as possible. Ooh. Tower doesn't quite go down. Nice stun onto Riven, but it's not going to be enough. Syndra does pick off all those minions, which is definitely going to help. And the blue team is just working on this dragon slowly but surely. Lee Sin is here, does have the smite, but doesn't need to use it. Oh, he did use it. It was just late or early. Ooh, Caitlyn not quite getting cut out of position. Luckily, she had a trap in there. That trap really did help. Oh, stun going down. Oh, this is not going to be good for Syndra. Syndra has no escapability. She flashes away, tries to get away from the fear. That is not going to happen, and she throws out the ignite as well as the ultimate on Riven to hope that it would kill her, but it's just not quite there. The Bloodthirster is too strong with this one. It's too thirsty for blood. Wow, that is a lot of towers. That's 3 towers down. Blue team's doing a great job. Oh, the grab coming out, and this is going to be really bad for Kassadin. He gets silence and pop-up. That was a beautiful chain combo coming out from both Blitzcrank and Wukong. That was a beautiful play, beautifully coordinated, and I'm glad that they were able to pull that off. That is definitely going to help them even more. And Riven finally takes that top tower, but they don't really care because they're just going to go for this middle inner tower. And they're tanking it out, it seems. They don't even care at this point. Great job by the blue team. They applied enough pressure in mid to where there's nothing they could have done. Syndra, in the meantime, is going to be able to clear out those minions with 0 issues. Doesn't even use all of her mana. Doesn't even use half of her mana. That's one of the reasons she's actually pretty powerful. Oh my gosh, I missed another instant kill. Ooh, a nice buckshot. Is he going to turn around? He does still have his quick draw. His quick draw, oh yeah, bam, boom, front-loaded damage. Collateral is going to completely obliterate that Caitlyn. Caitlyn, her body shouldn't even be there. It should just be scattered parts on Soraka and the tower. Nice little stun. Oh, silence with the slow. That's going to be really good. This could be bad, though. What is going to happen here? That is a lot of damage going down. Soraka ends up picking up the kill. I don't think that was necessary. But apparently to her it was. So great job by them. They're able to follow up, shut down the killing spree that is Graves. Graves was basically legendary. They really needed to give that to the Kassadin. Kassadin is quite a bit behind right now. His CS is down by a ridiculous amount. It's almost 50 now. Yeah, it's down by 50. He gets the Rod of Aegis. It's 19 minutes in the game, though. It hasn't had time to really charge all that much. Ooh, nice ultimate from Wukong, getting 3 members of the red team. And Wukong ends up going down, but kills Kassadin first. Syndra is now in a really tough situation. She's trying to win area. She's going to slow it down. The Blitzcrank grab, picking it up. And, oh, Riven is here. She thought it was just 1, but no, there's 2. Lee Sin comes around with the kick. Boom! Very nice cleanup work done by the blue team. Red team still came really close to winning that team fight, though. It was the 3-for-2 exchange. It's not something they want to keep doing, but it's something to put them in the right direction of winning. If they can shut down all the killing sprees and get the kills to the people that need them, that is going to make for a very interesting game. In the meantime, Caitlyn takes down that bottom tower, and oh, this inhibitor tower could be having some issues. Lee Sin goes down almost immediately, and oh, this is not going to be good. A nice silence. Oh, the grab actually barely missing, but the collateral damage once again proving to be way too strong. And oh my gosh, this is not going to be good. A nice double kill coming out from Graves. Graves going to be able to get a triple kill. That is the real question. And oh my gosh, that is going to be way too much. Caitlyn's, oh wow, he does pick up the triple kill right before Riven throws out her ultimate, as well as Caitlyn's ace in the hole. Very unfortunate, but wow, Graves is a freaking monster right now. He has that Bloodthirster, has that Black Cleaver, has the Zeal with the Berserker Greaves, and oh man, he is just not messing around this game. He is totally tryhard, almost at 10,000 gold at 22 minutes. That's an insane amount of gold in that little amount of time. So if they're able to keep this up, they should be able to come up on top. Blue team is 8,000 gold ahead right now. It's not a whole lot. Well, yeah, it's actually kind of a lot. 22 minutes, that's quite a bit. Red team is trying to really just mitigate their gold losses. That's what's really going to help. Very interested about the Syndra's build. You know, 4 Doran's rings and a Void Staff with Stork Shoes. I don't feel that that's a very health or gold efficient build. She wasn't farming all that bad, so I don't exactly know why she just didn't get a Rod of Ages if she wanted that, you know. But maybe she knows something we don't. I don't know. Dorans just don't build into anything. They provide you some early game presence, some early game pressure, early to mid, but I don't know if 4 is really going to be useful. Riven throws out the ultimate. Wow, she's got so much, and the stun is coming out. That ult is going to finish it up. Lee Sin could be following up. That is the question. Oh, the stun not quite landing, but wow, Riven is not messing around. She takes him down to about half health, forcing the Safeguard and the Tempest onto that ward. A lot of pinks going down. Blue team has quite a bit of wards in their jungle, so they know exactly where people are. They know that Nocturne showed up there. They know Kassadin's there. I don't know if they actually expect to do anything. That is the real question. Oh, the grab could be coming out. No, they're actually going to decide not to run that grab. It's probably for the best. I don't think they would have really been able to do too much with it. I think Nocturne could have been fine getting out away from that, and Kassadin can get out of pretty much anything. So, wow, another ton of damage coming out. Barrier now going down. Oh, the ultimate not good for Nocturne. Ace in the hole, finishing it up. She goes down to about 25 HP. Almost dies, and while the blue team is starting to converge directly onto this Riven, Riven is aware of this. She's going to bunny hop her ass out of there as soon as possible. Oh, Lee Sin landing it, but oh, is the Tempest and Cripple going to be enough? Yes, the Dragon's Rage with the grab at the same time. Flash doesn't make it over, and wow, they have a lot of pressure going down. That Force Pulse is going to slow down quite a bit of everybody. And Kassadin is just going to auto-attack and throw down silences as much as possible. That Force Pulse on such a low cooldown. This could be really bad. Lee Sin's going really close to dying. He's at 9 health. The last tick of Ignite, finishing it up. Riven getting a double kill. She gets a triple kill. And man, the red team is coming back with a vengeance. Riven is 10-2. She is also not messing around. That was a 3-for-2 exchange on the red team. And oh man, Kassadin knows that she's here. Oh, wow, but she knew that he was there, too. What? How did that happen? How did that happen? I don't know. Either way, that was ridiculous. Nice stun from Syndra. I mean, you can't. It was good. It was good that she just kind of threw everything out there and reacted how quickly as she did. So if we go ahead and take a look at the gold, let's see. The gold leader is technically Graves. Just by a little bit, though, only by about 150. It's like 50 gold. Yeah, it's definitely not a lot. But Riven, you have to give her credit for doing a phenomenal job. She's 217 CS. She's definitely not messing around this game. She's really trying. Even as bleak as the game looked at the very beginning, she is coming back, and she is basically not giving up on the game, and that's what you have to do. As any solo queue player, any just gamer in general, you can't just give up. If you're going to give up, you might as well just leave the game and get the leave reports and stuff like that. You don't really need to rage. It's unacceptable. You should just learn how to get better. Because playing with a handicap should be better than not. You should be able to get in a little bit more training, or extensive training rather. Forcing out the ward from Lee Sin, it's not the best, but it's not bad. I mean, it doesn't really do too much. It's gonna, waste 75 gold of his. It is kind of in the middle of the lane. There's no tower there, so it's not the worst ward ever. But man, he has just wards all over the place. Oh no, Lee Sin. Oh god, thank god. Lee Sin could have had a lot of issues if he tried to go in on that. That would have been really, really bad. Oh, the grab going down onto Riven. That was a beautiful grab. She's going to be able to flash over the wall and bunny hop out of there. Lee Sin is going to follow up, and this could not be good. Kassadin is going to rift walk out of there after the resonating strike, and the traps are proving to be too much. Grab does miss once again. Dragon's Rage isn't going to happen. It looks like he is going to get feared to his death. No, wow, he follows up, and wow, that ult is going to finish it up. And then he flashes over the wall with great, majestic abilities. Riven getting healed up. Blue team is being pinged to fall back. 1-for-0 exchange. The Reds really starting to put up a fight now. They're only down by 7,000 gold now. They were down by 8 at 22 minutes. That means they've mitigated their gold loss, and they're starting a comeback. And that's all that really matters. If they can continue a comeback, that would be absolutely phenomenal. I would like to see that, and I'm sure you guys would too. The blue team had quite a big advantage, though, early on in the game. Syndra finally actually picking up a death cap, so has the void staff with that death cap, which means she's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. And now I'm assuming she may go for Leandri's Torment, possibly. She really wanted the health so she could stay alive, which I understand, but I don't think you need to rush a void staff and just have 4 Doran's rings. I don't feel that that's the appropriate move. She's doing okay though. Her CS isn't bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad either. There's going to be a little bit of a recall session going down on the blue team. I'm not sure if Wukong just wants to buy it. I'm assuming that's what it is. He has quite the setup though. Wukong doing a great job picking up that Black Cleaver, the Bloodthirster, as well as the Last Whisper, already at 29 minutes in the game. But at the same time, I mean, Graves has all that plus a Phantom Dancer. So what this Elixir of Fortitude is going to do, it's going to give Graves basically a barrier. It's going to give him a little bit extra damage, or a little bit extra health, so he can soak up some damage if he gets in a sticky situation. And then in turn, it's also going to give him quite a bit of damage. So the attack damage on this isn't really a joke. I mean, it can go up to... oh, he ended up using it. Wow, very early. So they may be starting a fight here soon. That's why he used it, but he could have just used it in a fight. That's possible that he didn't, or he's not comfortable with building it or using it in the middle of a fight. It's very, very possible. Syndra coming in, she hasn't really made a huge impact on this game, and I'm very surprised because people have been saying that she is the highest level 6 burst out of any other champion in the game, which I don't necessarily agree with. I don't feel that she's as high as LeBlanc. I feel LeBlanc is still the highest regardless. But I may be biased. Oh, and now everybody's pinging all over the map. The red team's pinging Baron, blue team's pinging Baron. What are they going to do? They're kind of dancing in and out of mid. And now that the red team, I mean, they have an open Nexus, so they almost are forced to guard this mid lane. Are they going to end up split pushing it? That is the real question. Oh, a great initiation coming out from Wukong. He gets 2 people in the ultimate, and a great stun from Riven. He's going to follow up. Oh, the collateral damage brings her so very low. Does not quite pick her up. She's going to throw out the ultimate, knocking down a couple people, but it's not going to be enough. Kassadin is going to successfully get away, and they're going to have a free inhibitor here. Blue team did really good that fight. They took out 3 members. A nice 3-for-0 exchange. And are they going to do anything else? Are they going to wait for minions? What are they going to decide to do? Yes, they are going directly in. Oh, a nice grab, and that is a very instant kill on the Kassadin just because he got grabbed. Riven's going down super, super low. And yeah, Syndra's ultimate is going to finish that up in no time. And wow, 2 Nexus towers down, and the Nexus is following very quickly. Holy cow. Oh, GG. I mean, the red team was doing so good. They were starting to crawl themselves back in the game. It was slow, but it was steady. You know, it was getting there. They stabilized it, and they won quite a few team fights, or they had the edge, rather, on a lot of team fights. They weren't able to finish everybody off, and I think that is their main problem, that they just weren't able to finish them off. Either way, you know, congratulations to the blue team. GG to the red team. And thanks for watching, guys. If you like my videos, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, and it helps me, you know exactly what you guys like, what you don't like. I actually use the stats for something. So if I do something new and you guys don't like it, or it doesn't get as many likes as other videos, then typically I won't stick with it. But yeah, let me know if you have any requests for champions or players that you want to see, and I will make sure to hunt them down and grab them for you. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.